So now let's look into functions versus methods in Python. Functions and methods are a bit different in Python and should not be interchanged while using in our terminologies, right? So we will see what is the difference and we will dive into each one of them with a demo. Okay. So function is nothing as reusable code, right? Which you use to perform any specific task and you call it out every time, isn't it? So just like print in Python, it is also a function, right? When you say print, you're using a function in Python, isn't it? So that is a function. And the method is a bit different because method is a function that belongs to a class. Method will always belong to a class and we will always use self keyword, okay, for that. So now let's see functions. Let's see the demo. Let me create a simple function where we will do a sum of let's say two numbers. This just for showing you. So and this will return a plus b. So this is a very simple program where we are adding two numbers, right? So as you might have seen, we use def keyword, right? Def keyword, we use it to declare a function, okay? And these are the parameters. Function can be either have a parameter or they can't also, okay? So in this scenario, we have a function where it has a parameter and it is returning some value also. Okay, so now you can just call it out. You can do 5 and 10, okay? If I want to add these and okay, I have added them. Now I have to print it out also. So print is also a function, right? That we use so commonly in Python. Now run it and you'll get 15. So now you have created a function and you have called it out from outside, right? See, in indentation in Python, it means that it is part of this function, right? Return is part of this function. But when I went out of it, see, I'm out of it. Indent is removed. So it means that I'm outside the purview of this function, right? So this is what it is about function. Okay, now if you want a function without any arguments, so we can have that also. So let's say if I want to say hello, okay. I just want to create a function which will do nothing but print hello. Okay. Now just call it out here. So whenever you call it out, it will say hello. See, it has no parameters and still it is a function. But this is not true with the methods. In methods, you will see we will have to use self keyword, right? So now let's go to methods. So as I described earlier, method is a function that belongs to a class. So for that, you will have to have a class and that method will be inside that class and also will have a self keyword apart from the parameter it has. So in a function, you can either have a parameter or not, but in method, you will always have to have at least one parameter, which will be self, right? Self self means the instance of the class. So you have to have this self keyword. Okay. Now let's create to show this. Let me create a class, maybe class demo. So this is how we create a class. Okay. So we'll just use a class keyword and name of the class, and it will give you an indent. Okay. Now in this, let's define, let's say hello. Okay. Say hello, and I will use self keyword. Self keyword is always used inside the class to show that it refers to the instance of the class. Okay. Okay. Now I want to print hello. Okay. This is a very simple, very basic method that I'm creating. Now I will come outside the class and I will create an object of this class. Right? To create an object, it is very simple. Just this is the your object equals to your class and parenthesis. If you have any, if you have declared any constructor on init, in which you have to have some parameters, then you have to give it here, otherwise it's fine. Here we have not given any constructor or anything, so simply we will do this demo dot. I can simply say hello. That's it, and let's run it and see what happens. See, it printed hello, right? So this is a method. This cannot be called a function. Okay, just keep this in mind that function, uh, the method inside is always inside a class and has to have the reference of self. Okay, so this is one of the biggest differences. Now, let's see some, I have written down some differences which we already discussed. So let's read them out. So function, difference between function and methods. First point, functions are independent entities, but methods are associated with classes or objects, right? Like we saw here, right? That methods are part of the class and objects can call it out. Function are called by their names, but methods are called using dot notification, right? We called it using dot and then called that method out, right? Another one is method, function may or may not have any params, but method always have at least one param self to reference the instance of the class, which was I was just explaining that it has to have a self because it is inside the class, and if we don't give a self, it will throw an error telling that okay, where it is referring to, right? So this is the concept of functions and methods in the Python, and I hope this is a basic concept, but it is sometimes missed, and even in the one-liner it is asked as a one-liners in the interviews, and sometimes I just want to explain so that we don't miss it. Okay, so I hope you learned something today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.